For more on the legal analysis of Potter's case, I'd like to bring in ABC News contributor Brian Buckmire. Brian, thanks for being here. How long do you think that Potter will be sentenced for?
Well, thank you for having me. I think that she's going to get the suggested or the statutorial definition as to what she would get for jail time. And that's a little complicated when it comes to Minnesota. It's a bit of a math game there. And so as we heard, the prosecution has retracted from these aggravating circumstances and said, give her the statutory suggestion of 86 months. But you also have to remember in Minnesota, you only serve about 2/3 of that time. And so while we're talking about a little over 7 years, she would actually serve about 5 years in jail. I think that makes more sense after reading some of the defense's arguments as to why she should get probation or even less time. I don't think that's a strong argument. They seem to be rehashing some of the trial issues, and I think the judge will go in line with what the prosecution's asking for.
So what factors go into the judge's decision? Because as is often the case, the prosecution and defense are asking for different numbers here.
Yeah. And so Minnesota, I said, has that guideline. And one of the major things that's going to come in is the fact that she has no criminal history. Now, the law does say for manslaughter, in the first degree or second degree, the most you can get is 15 or 10 years respectively, but then you also have to think about that person's criminal history. And that's why we get back to this calculation of a little over 7 years. And so I think the judge is going to be focusing on that a lot. I think if the prosecution didn't pull back their memo, there may have been a reason to go higher than that 7 years and change. But now we're seeing a retraction by the prosecution here. And I think looking at all the arguments, we're going to see her serving somewhere around actually 5 years in jail. I would be very surprised if she got probation.
Do you think the high-profile nature of this case will affect her sentencing?
Absolutely. It's not lost upon me that yesterday we had a Miralox funeral in the exact same place that Daunte Wright had his funeral. The community is currently going through the death of George Floyd's federal trial, where 2 of the 3 officers have already taken the stand. And so this case isn't to be taken in a vacuum. This is all occurring at the same time. And I think that Judge Chu, when she said after the sentence came in, the conviction came in, that she's going to actually hold Kim Potter pending a sentence. That's very important, because if the judge wanted to give probation or thought that she'd get a lighter sentence, she may let her go free pending a sentence and come back. So it appears to me, at the very least, that Judge Chu and everyone in this case is taking this seriously, not just in the vacuum, but in its entirety.
All right, Brian Buckmire, always great to have your analysis. Brian, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.